Race with NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Ravens have filled their head coaching vacancy, hiring Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter as their next head coach. Minter spent the past 4 seasons working under Jim Harbaugh at Michigan and with the Chargers. Prior to that, he was part of John Harbaugh's staff in Baltimore from 2017 to 2020. Minter saying he's honored to serve as the Ravens head coach, and this organization reflects everything he believes about the game of football. Minter will be just the 4th head coach in franchise history. Elsewhere, the Titans officially announcing Robert Saleh as their next head coach. Saleh saying Tennessee was the most desirable location for him and felt like the team fit him best. Saleh adding that he's excited about bringing a winner back to Nashville. And the Bucs have hired former Falcons offensive coordinator Zach Robinson as their new OC. Robinson previously worked with quarterback Baker Mayfield in 2022 while with the Rams. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Friday, January 23rd, 2026. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, I know there were a few clouds yesterday. That's what they were. Yeah, that white stuff up in the sky. Clouds. Okay. Anyway, and our high, well, we'll get into that, but mid-70s, yeah. Okay. Checked on the weather in Omaha, where my daughter Amy and family live. -7 right now. -7 degrees. Yeah, -33 for the wind chill factor. You do not go outside. No. I can fathom that. I have experienced that in the past and don't want to do it again. Okay, well, let's see. Archaeologists say stenciled handprints found in a cave on Muna Island in Indonesia appear to be over 67,000 years old, making them the world's oldest known paintings. The tan-colored outlines were made by blowing pigment over hands that were placed against the walls of the cave. Well, think about it. Back then, they had to put paintings on the walls because, well, they hadn't invented the refrigerator yet. Okay, you got your kids, kindergarten, preschool art still hanging on the refrigerator. Hey, those kids have kids of their own now. Oh, well. Anyway, I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
That's got to be the ugliest piece of macaroni art I have ever seen, but bless their heart.
Yes, yes. And, I'm so old, I can remember when we used to make ashtrays for our parents.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the nominations for the 46th annual Razzies are out, awarding winners the infamous Golden Raspberry. Okay. Disney's live-action Snow White and Universal's War of the Worlds are tied for the most Razzie nominations with 6 in total, sharing a nomination for the worst movie category. I have not seen either one. Don't plan on seeing either one. I read the book War of the Worlds. I've heard the Orson Welles radio program. from back in, 1940. And I don't want to see another really bad movie. Anyway, somehow Happy Gilmore 2 did not save them from worst movie. Yes, Adam Sandler. Gotta love him, right? Okay. Birthdays. Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthday time.
Actor, director Lou Antonio. He's the guy that directed Cool Hand Luke. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Well, actor, director Lou Antonio, 92. Bass player, keyboardist Bill Cunningham of the Box Top, 76. MacGyver, actor Richard Dean Anderson, 76. Robin Zander of Cheap Trick, 73. Singer Anita Baker, 68. Earl Falconer plays bass for UB40, 67. Actor Peter Mackenzie, 65. Actor Boris MacGyver, that's his real name, 64. Actor Gale O'Grady, 63. Actor Mariska Hargitay is 62. Actor Tiffany Thiessen is 52. Actor Lindsay Kraft, 45. We've got local birthdays coming up.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Let's say happy birthday, Daniela Munoz, Amelia Gonzalez, Nathan Orozco, Mark Bartman, David Angulo, Evelyn Mendeville, Derek Jones, Sarah Ontiveros, Elaine Perez, Greg Guerrero, Estela Monje, Vanessa Gonzalez, Fred Kempton, George Arce, Henry Pineda, Jeff Vanderlinden, Mary Gamboa, Nikki Rodriguez, Olga Kyle, Roseanne Gonzalez, Sebastian Galaviz, Aaron Equeja, Josie Valenzuela, Vicky Howitt, Anel Alvarado, Denise Studer, Emma Rose Bridgkey, Evelyn Pasimio, Amara Tebal, Destiny Botello, and Valor Snow, Gene Brister's grandson. Happy birthday from KXO. Let's celebrate. Maybe Gene will bring some cake in. We can celebrate. Problem is, if he brings cake in, Gabe is here, nobody will see the cake.
I mean, Gene has a pretty good sweet tooth himself. I don't know if we can trust him with the cake.
You noticed that, huh? kind of the Kojak of KXO, right? Oh, well. Well, Snowpack has reported that ski resorts across the U.S. are enjoying a fantastic season with the snowfall across the U.S. upper tier. Yeah, winter sports in the upper Midwest are drawing great ratings. Yeah, every day Fox News set aside 5 minutes for ice fishing to report their catch of the day. News, we've got it. A look at world news headlines and the Imperial Valley weather. And it is brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that we are breathing.
CBS News Brief. A big storm is getting organized.
This is a blockbuster, high-impact event, and it all starts here in Colorado with energy that's coming through the Southern Rockies.
CBS's Rob Marciano says that system will stretch from the southwest to the northeast. In places where it will snow, totals could top a foot. An official agreement's been reached for a mostly American investment group to control TikTok. A U.S. ban had been threatened because of its Chinese ownership. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
The new company would be majority owned by a group of mostly American investors. Now, those investors would include private equity firm Silver Lake, MGX, that's an Abu Dhabi-based fund, and tech giant Oracle.
Ukraine's President Zelensky expressing optimism as talks on the war with Russia, Ukraine, and the U.S. take place in the United Arab Emirates.
We are in a difficult situation, but Russians also in a difficult situation. God bless. The war will stop. I hope so.
CBS News Brief, I'm Steve Kathan.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. KXORadio.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today. The National Weather Service says an unsettled weather pattern will carry us through the weekend, with temperatures cooling near to slightly below normal in the weekend. Temperatures will gradually begin warming again next week. Our high in the valley yesterday was 74, 48 the overnight low. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Light wind becoming south-southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low around 50. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 73. Light west-northwest wind becoming north-northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 70. North wind about 5 miles an hour. Right now, downtown El Centro, 49 degrees, 57% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 325 miles an hour. Air quality is moderate in Calexico, but good everywhere else. World headlines and Imperial Valley weather brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and you'll get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
It's coming, the 79th Annual Carrot Festival. But first, it's the Coronation Dinner, January 23rd. That starts the festival with the crowning of royalty and honoring 2025's Citizen of the Year. To make it even more special, Carrot Festival Coronation Dinner will be held at Casablanca venue with no host cocktail hour starting at 6 p.m. This will be a night of fun with DJ playing your favorite music throughout the night. And of course, a great meal. Cost per person is $50 pre-sale or $55 at the door. Get your tickets now. Stop by the Hautville Chamber of Commerce.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley and mobile service vans that come to you. Make it so easy.
KXO News. 22-year-old homicide suspect had made a court appearance. Here's George Gale.
Isaac Elizondo is accused of killing his girlfriend's 5-year-old child. He was arrested by Brawley police on January 8th. He's in the county jail without bond. He faces 2 charges, felony murder and willful harm to a child. In court this week, he entered a not guilty plea to both charges. His next court appearance is February 2nd. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Border Patrol vehicle burns early Thursday morning. It was reported at 2:58 in the morning. California Highway Patrol arrived on the scene at Highway 78 and Milpitas Wash. They found the Border Patrol vehicle on fire. They suspect the vehicle struck a gas can in the middle of the road. The roadway was closed for a couple hours to put out the fires and clean the debris. There are no reports of injury. The incident remains under investigation. And a suspect accepts a plea for a plea deal. Augustine Baca III was in court this week. Baca was suspected of killing his 29-year-old girlfriend in Calexico. He agreed to a plea of second-degree murder with a sentence of 15 years to life in state prison. Baca accepted the sentence and will be transported to state prison. They did not say which prison he's being transferred to. KXO News Time, 7:42.
Before you hit the road, head into a nearby Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center and say, I want the works. Now we're talking oil change. Using top quality Motorcraft oil. They'll change the oil filter, check the belts and hoses, top off the fluids, check the battery, rotate the tires, and it's all for one low price. You can't beat the service. You can't beat the price. The works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you don't need an appointment, but if you want, schedule one for Quick Lane or their mobile service at elcentromotors.net.
Officer-involved shooting. A human man is dead following an officer-involved shooting Wednesday night. Here's George Gale.
According to the Yuma Police Department, 2 Yuma Police Department officers were conducting surveillance at a residence suspected of drug-related activity. The officers attempted a traffic stop on a vehicle seen leaving the area. The vehicle was located near 16th Avenue and Colorado Street, where the vehicle entered an alley. Officers attempted to contact the driver and remove him from the vehicle. Preliminary review of video evidence, the driver apparently pinned one of the officers against a fence and then began moving towards the second officer. Both officers fired at the driver, striking him. The driver, 58-year-old Sergio Mencia Ramos, was pronounced dead at the scene. 42-year-old man, a passenger in the vehicle, was not injured. Incident is being investigated by the Yuma Regional Critical Incident Response Team and reviewed by the Yuma County Attorney's Office. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro City Council met Tuesday. At the meeting, the council approved a agreement with Burke, Williams, and Sorensen LLP. The firm will provide the city with legal counsel. Joanna Smith-Hoff will handle the city legal issues. Also at the meeting, the council discussed a list of 2026 street improvements. It is mostly street overlay projects. The list was developed by the El Centro Public Works and Engineering divisions. By handling the plans internally, the city saves on administration costs, allowing more tax dollars to be funneled directly into pavement. The list also provides streets for rehabilitation. KXO, page 1 of local news, page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news has been a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. At Quick Lane, you don't need an appointment, and they service all makes and all models. Quick Lane.
Lutz Gretna Green Wedding Chapel, family and locally owned in Yuma for over 80 years, is where Hollywood stars and celebrities would come to Yuma, and you will receive the same service too, with dignity and affordability. Marriage licenses are available and weddings are performed 7 days a week. So save the expense of going to Las Vegas. Lutz Casino can accommodate 150 people for your reception. Call today, 928-783-4301. That's Lutz Gretna Green Wedding Chapel, 500 West 1st Street in Yuma.
Page 2 of the local news brought to you by B&H Refrigeration in Yuma. Family owned and operated for over 77 years. Active military, you receive a 10% discount.
El Centro City Council met this week, and the memorial wall was on the agenda. Here's George Gale.
One of the items on their agenda was Phase 2 of the Veterans Memorial Wall in Buckley Park. Project not only expands the existing wall, but also includes the demolition and reconstruction of a falling wall near the pond. It also includes grading, drainage improvements, new hardscaping, landscaping, and upgraded electrical and lighting systems. Total cost is estimated at around $690,000. Council voted unanimously to authorize the Community Services Department to release the bid documents for that project. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Seroptimus International of El Centro will present a day of education and inspiration, designed to inspire and empower girls through exposure to careers in science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, or STEAM. STEAM Wars and Beyond, Dream It, Be It. That's the name of the event, and it'll be held tomorrow, Saturday, January 24th, from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at Central Union High School in El Centro. Middle and high school girls from across the Imperial Valley will be attending workshops, professional panels, and interacting with different career professionals. It'll be a learning experience with career exploration. Participants include national and regional STEAM leaders, including NASA representatives and education, industry, and community partners. KXO News.
Some folks think they won't need B&H refrigeration till next spring, sometime when the weather starts warming up and their refrigeration system won't work. But what about these cool, brisk winter mornings when you wake up and there's no heat in the house? Well, B&H Refrigeration can help there, too, with a system checkup and repair or replace with a Janitrol Rheem York system.
Call 928-782-3854 in Yuma.
Pioneers Museum will host a Friday night presentation. Here's George Gale.
Tina Anderholt Shields will talk about the Colorado River. Shields is the water department manager for the Imperial Irrigation District. Presentation will run from 6 to 7 p.m. at Pioneers Museum on Ayton Road. It is free, and light refreshments will be provided. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Oh, it's almost here. Holtville Athletic Booster Rib Cook-Off. It'll be tomorrow, January 24th at Holt Park. Entrance is free. Tickets go on sale at 10 a.m. Tickets for the samples. And proceeds will benefit Holtville High School Athletics. And, samples include ribs, side dishes, and, get a good helping. Gates open at 11 a.m. and remain open until the food runs out. There will also be a beer garden for those 21 and older. Rib cook-off. All right. KXO News, 749.
And that'll do it for page 2 of the local news, brought to you by B&H Refrigeration in Yuma. You can find them on the web, bnhref.com. B&H, nothing less than the best from B&H. You have heard me talk about the Peanut Patch in Yuma, and I just want to know why you haven't visited yet. Visit the Peanut Patch. Oh, I mean, it's so much more than just peanuts. Oh, yeah. I mean, they have so many great things in the store. You're going to love it. They carry homemade chocolates. There's a fresh English toffee that is delightful. How about pecan turtles? A special recipe that starts from scratch with delicious, mouth-watering pecan turtles. You'll find yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds, and so much more. Great gift ideas. What a great way to spend an afternoon at the Peanut Patch. And I tell you what, they have free tours starting at 10 a.m. Yuma time every Tuesday and Friday. The Peanut Patch. Donna and Pat George invite you to the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions, and you will see why I rave about the people and about the great things available at the Peanut Patch. It's sports time, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. NBA basketball action. It was the Clippers. They beat the Lakers 112-104. Meanwhile, the Spurs beat up on the Jazz 126-109. Trailblazers topped the Heat 127-110. Hornets hammered the Magic 124-97. 76ers went overtime before they beat the Rockets 128-122. Nuggets nudged the Wizards 107-97. Mavericks beat the Warriors 123-115. And the Bulls topped the Timberwolves 120-115. Taking a look at news around the NFL. The Indianapolis Colts yesterday acknowledged the existence of an FBI investigation into the death of former owner Jim Irsay and the potential involvement of a California doctor who reportedly prescribed him pain pills and ketamine. However, the team has not been contacted by FBI officials, and no subpoenas have been issued, according to the club. Irsay died in May at the age of 65 from what was described as cardiac arrest. And the Baltimore Ravens announced that they've hired Los Angeles Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter to be their new head coach, a move that replaces John Harbaugh with a fast-rising coach who has strong ties to the Harbaugh family. Minter is receiving a 5-year contract, according to ESPN. Minter has been the defensive coordinator for Jim Harbaugh for the past 4 seasons, overseeing the units at the University of Michigan and then with the Chargers.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together, healthier tomorrow.
So what's going on at the Australian Open? Carlos Alcaraz acknowledged that while he won the third-round match, he lost the battle of the drop shots against Corentin Moutet. That could be a first for the 22-year-old from Spain who grew up relentlessly practicing his drop shots and is now at the Australian Open chasing a career Grand Slam. Top-seeded Aryna Sabalenka overcame several bouts of inconsistent play to beat Anastasia Potapova and advanced to the fourth round at the Australian Open. Third-seeded Coco Gauff also took a tough route through the third round, weathering early trouble against fellow American Haley Baptiste before advancing. It's football Sunday, NFL Conference Championship games. We'll start off with the New England Patriots and Denver Broncos at 11:30 Sunday morning. We'll follow that with the Rams and the Seattle Supersonics. You got a favorite? You going to go one way or the other? Anyway, both games are on AM 1230. You got it? Both games on AM 1230 Sunday. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the Valley's only postal box service that offers 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro. President Donald Trump is suing J.P. Morgan Chase, the nation's largest bank, and its CEO, Jamie Dimon, alleging it improperly dropped him as a client in 2021 for political reasons. The suit in state court in Florida seeks $5 billion in damages. The suit says that the bank notified Trump and his various businesses it was closing their banking accounts at the bank in February 2021, giving him 60 days notice before the closures went into effect. The suit also charges that Trump, his family, and various businesses were placed on a blacklist by J.P. Morgan for any wealth management accounts that they may have title to. The suit is just the latest of a series of lawsuits filed by Trump against critics and perceived enemies seeking billions of dollars in damages. Among those sued, CBS, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the BBC. Make work for attorneys. Meanwhile, General Motors said yesterday that it plans to shift production of the Buick SUV from China to Kansas for vehicles sold in the U.S. The move comes as automakers face stiff tariffs on vehicle imports and as President Trump presses companies to invest in domestic manufacturing. GM said it will move production of the successor to its Buick Envision compact SUV to the Fairfax assembly plant in Kansas City beginning in 2028. Taking a look at the big board right now, it's a bit mixed. The Dow off 198 points at 49,186. The S&P 500 up 17 at 69.30. The NASDAQ up 157 points at 23,593. Meanwhile, gold continues to soar, nearing the $5,000 mark, up $47.90 an ounce at $4,961.50. Oil off. Actually, oil up $1.44 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their #1 priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 74, light wind becoming south-southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight, then gradually becoming clear. Look for a low around 50, south wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 73, light west-northwest wind becoming north-northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. Sunday, sunny with a high near 70, north wind about 5 miles an hour. 50 degrees, air quality moderate in Calexico, good everywhere else. The update on financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Don't forget our morning news, 7:30 till 8. It's available on our YouTube channel. Yeah, you didn't know that. Now you do.
Best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News is next. It is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kaith, and tens of millions of people from the southwest to the northeast are bracing for a storm that packs snow and ice with plunging temperatures thrown in.
I'm Jim Krasul in Hillsville, Virginia. Things have been flying off the shelves at countless hardware and big box stores as a huge winter storm takes aim at much of the country.
Ice melt. Then you're looking at shovels. You're looking at batteries.
And hardware store manager Chad Winfrey has this advice.
If you think you're going to need it, go ahead and get it now, because in a couple of days, it won't be there.
Winter storm warnings and advisories are posted for parts of 35 states.
TikTok says it's established a majority American-owned joint venture to operate its U.S. business. CBS's Kelly O'Grady reports that will allow the company to avoid a ban over its Chinese ownership.
You have 35% of just a consortium of investors. One of them is Michael Dell. And then the remaining 19.9% is still owned by ByteDance. Remember, that is the Chinese parent company of TikTok.
There's optimism heading into a new round of talks on the war in Ukraine. CBS News White House correspondent Weijia Chang.
The U.S. will host the first trilateral meeting between the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine since the war began. Both Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said their meeting in Switzerland was good, but Zelensky noted this last mile in negotiations will be difficult.
There's word authorities have arrested Ryan Wedding, a former Olympic snowboarder from Canada, facing charges related to drug trafficking and the killing of federal witnesses. Police have arrested 5 people for the shooting of an Indiana judge.
Lafayette police got the call about a shooting at Tippecanoe Superior Court Judge Stephen Meyer's home Sunday afternoon.
There was a knock on the door. Someone advised, "We have your dog," and then a shot came through the door.
The judge and his wife are both in stable condition. Police say 3 of the suspects are from Lafayette. The other 2 are from Lexington, Kentucky. They face charges ranging from attempted murder to obstruction. Police have not released any details about a possible motive for the attack. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Super Bowl teams will be decided this weekend with the conference title games. Denver hosts New England in the AFC, starting a backup in place of injured quarterback Bo Nix. CBS sports analyst Kyle Long.
When I think about the Denver Broncos, I think about a team. Yeah, they got a lot out of Bo Nix the last 2 years, but when you look at the way that this roster is constructed, they're really beefy in the important parts, right? The offensive line, the defensive line, they're going to be able to carry their own weight, and I think they're coach, Sean Payton, can kind of hide those blemishes of having a backup quarterback.
Wall Street, right now the Dow is down, the S&P is higher. This is CBS News.
I'm Andrew Garrett. Follow and listen to The Takeout on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-261-3377. 800-261-3377. 800-261-3377.
It seems even the hardiest of souls are shying away from this weekend's winter blast.
How cold is it in Chicago? So cold that tomorrow's annual polar bear plunge has been canceled. The club says it's not a decision the Bears take lightly, but safety is the highest priority, and going through with the frigid dip wouldn't be responsible. It raises money for children's charities and the Special Olympics. The Polar Bear Club says its after party at HQ Beercade will take place so everyone can commiserate, connect, and celebrate. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Major League Baseball is returning to NBC this year, and Bob Costas is returning to the network to host the Sunday Night Baseball pregame show. First game is March 26th. Costas, who was with NBC for 39 years, says he's grateful to conclude his career where it began. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
I'm John Reed. When I became the new director of operations at the Imperial Valley Food Bank, I knew the work would be meaningful, but I never expected how powerful it would feel to witness impact every single day. From coordinating delivery trucks at dawn to streamlining distribution so families spend less time waiting, every decision matters. I've seen volunteers step up with heart, generous donors give without hesitation, staff innovate under pressure, and neighbors leave with dignity and hope. It's not just logistics, it's lifting a community, one meal at a time, and I'm proud to be part of a team making sure no one goes hungry.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.